Now tell me, I mean, to the women who do this, all women don't do this. Some women are very appreciative of their chorus, you know, very appreciative of it. They like to see it pleased. Kayla from 7 Supergirls' birthday today, and she is 15.
Now, before I dive into this topic completely, I do want to state a few things here at the top. First off, I've had this found for quite a while now, and I have reported it to YouTube, although as you'll find out, I don't think there's a lot YouTube can do. And I have reported this to the FBI's tip line long before I ever even thought about making this video. I fought with myself for a while on if I should make this video or not, and I've came to the conclusion that it will probably do a lot more good than harm. So sit back and let me explain what's going on. Upon initially arriving at the Cool Girl channel, I thought it was going to be just another one of those kind of creepy, kind of weird people on YouTube. Wasn't quite sure if it was something that I should include in a video. As I was watching his videos, he definitely seemed awkward and said some inappropriate things every now and again. But I didn't see him as the type of person that I do now, initially. The channel name initially makes me think that it's just an old, creepy, perverted guy. Plenty of those online, as we all know. At first glance, I hadn't even noticed that the last time that he uploaded video was 5 years ago. But I know for a fact that he is definitely still active. As I scrolled through his videos, I started to notice a theme. Every once in a while, he would have a thumbnail with a young girl in the thumbnail. However, when you would click on it, the video was kind of a bunch of nothing. But there was one video that caught my attention, and it was this one.
Hi, Two Beds. I'm your host of the Cool Girl, Nathan. And today, it's Kayla from 7 Supergirls' birthday today, and she is 15. And I want to wish you a very happy and merry happy birthday shout out. Happy birthday shout out. All right, and if you know Kayla, I'm sure most everybody on YouTube should know Kayla from 7 Supergirls, because she's like the backbone of it. Anyway, if you know her, see her. She's one of my main features on my channel, by the way. So,
at the end of that video, he just goes along and sings happy birthday to Kayla. I don't feel bad not censoring that because that is a very popular YouTube channel. However, it is mainly directed at young girls because they are young girls on camera. Super popular YouTube, but not really for a guy like that. One of the things that I found extremely interesting is when he states she's one of the main features on his channel. To me, that caught me off guard because I watched a lot of his videos and I couldn't find her anywhere on his channel. That was until I flipped over to his playlists. If we flip over to his playlists, we can see this is where the bulk of the channel takes place. Updating every single day on his Too Cool channel, Oh So Cool channel, his favorite and his most favorite. Let's take a look at some of the thumbnails of the videos that he's adding to his playlists. As we scroll down this playlist, we can see almost every single girl in these thumbnails is a young girl. Some of them are older, some of them are very young. But what would a man like this be doing, adding all of these young girls to his playlists? You can see one of these videos has a red bar underneath of it. That's because the title of the channel is almost exactly the same as his channel. That got me a little bit curious about why that is. The girl in this channel is obviously extremely young. She gets a lot of views too. At first, I thought that this was probably somebody taking her videos from another platform and making it into a channel because of the similarity in names. But after watching a couple of the videos, I realized this is actually her YouTube channel. She confirms it in a couple of videos. One of the craziest things to me is watching through some of his videos and just the craziest stuff that he says, and the way he says it. There's no reason that a man like this should be following any little girls. I feel like there's no reason that a man should be following little girls at all, but definitely not this guy.
I want to know where the pleasure point is because, the male pleasure point is the penis. I ain't never read in no book where no female pleasure point is the head or the mouth. And what's so fucked up about it, when you doing this motherfucker, he don't even want to put his hand on your clit or nothing. He might rub it a little bit, but most of his time his hand is on your head. And then after it's over with, he wipe himself off. Personal opinion. She's a girl questioning stuff. And usually when she questions stuff, she asks who? Mommy, right? So mommy's not this man's school teacher or the female school teacher. Mommy is mommy. Mommy doesn't have 5,000 kids to teach. She's mommy. So, and I said, well, they said, well, you got to teach the kids. They got to understand. I kind of agree with that. When they start asking questions and they not getting a factual basis, I think that the parents, and especially the mother and the teachers, need to come together.
It's super creepy to me to hear him be talking about essentially sexual education for kids when we know exactly what he's thinking about when he thinks about kids. And if you needed any more proof of this, there's a video on his channel titled Homemade Pizza, and it's just a cheese pizza cooking. But if you've been online long enough, I think you know what that means. Going back to the playlist, it's not only him. This is an entire group of people on YouTube. If we go to some of the videos that he has linked on his playlist and read some of the comments, this is what we find. Not all of the videos have comments. Some of them are straight up just on YouTube Kids, which is bad enough. But the ones that do have comments, this is what it looks like. Do you post anywhere else? More, please. Man, what? You got a Snap? You have any socials I can use to help you? Telegram? Any girls have a Discord? And then there are two replies, one with the person's Discord name, and the other saying that it's on his channel. Upon going to this person's channel, I think it's pretty clear that this young boy is not actually the owner of this channel. And yes, it does have a Discord link, one that I will not join, but I did copy the link and send it with all this other stuff documented. I can't confirm what is in that Discord, and I never will be able to. But I can only imagine that in this side of YouTube, it leads to nowhere good. One of the most concerning things about this is that things get updated to this guy's playlist every single day. But on top of that, he goes into deep cuts, some of the videos only having like 40 views. Some of the channels that he's following of these little girls only having like 10 subscribers. Most of them are for dancing, just teaching how to do a dance, but you know exactly how he's taking that. And then as I explored, we found a Discord. We can only know what's actually being shared in there if we were to join the Discord, and I'm not going to do that. But what I can tell you is that this guy definitely is doing something in the background. There's evidence of it in the middle of one of his videos. Let me show you that.
Hi YouTube. I'm one of your loyal subscribers, LS Manure, and this is your channel.
This video is many years old. In the video, he's explaining how YouTube has a bad platform. If we scrub through this video a little bit, he accidentally shows us something that's open in the back of his computer. And it's right here where he shows us that he has a YouTube downloader in the background. Real Player downloader to be exact. And the videos are a little too blurry for us to make out, but I would say with his track record, we can kind of assume what it is. All of this stuff makes me very concerned, especially when we can see that he's following girls that are less than 10 years old. Now, I've really tried to decide if this guy is specifically only into children or not. He does share plenty of adult women. What I think is absolutely absurd is the fact that he actually thinks, in some weird world, that all of these girls are following him, as he talks about in one of his birthday videos.
Alright, Nate here. Cool Girl Channel. How y'all doing out there, girls? Anyway, I promised you the birthday video. I'm going to show you a couple of things I got. So, let's get started.
As he states in the very beginning, "Hello, cool girls, and I promised you a birthday video." In his delusional mind, he thinks that these girls are watching him. Also, I would say it's a stretch, but this guy is covering an MJ song, and I think some of us know what MJ was popular for besides music, so I'm going to say it's a stretch though, but I did find it quite interesting. Technically, I don't think anything here is breaking YouTube TOS. I could be wrong, but I don't believe so. And without seeing into that Discord, which I personally don't want to, we have no idea if any actual wrongdoing is happening here. But everything definitely looks concerning. That's why I still reported it. I don't think that there's any coincidence that he is sharing those videos and watching those channels without ill intention. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm not sure what to do with all of this information, but it is definitely concerning. I feel like I just kind of scratched the surface of a bigger thing happening here. With all the comments I saw from people commenting under those girls' videos and commenting on his channel, everything just seems like it's way too large. But everything is behind closed doors. It's not on YouTube's platform. So I feel like I only scratched the surface layer, but I still felt like I needed to talk about this. This was not my normal, oh, this is a creepy or insane person that I'm going to make a video about. There's something larger here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. The next video won't be quite as dark as this one. Check out the Reddit. Buy some merch. Thanks for watching. See ya.